Hey everybody. Hey Two Flower, hey Joe. Hope y'all are having a good day. Hope you had a good weekend. Pretty chill here, except for the fact that I couldn't get to sleep after the game day on Sunday, which obviously also ended early, and then I woke up at like 4:30. I couldn't get back to sleep. So that's why I didn't stream yesterday. So I'd been up since so early, and I attempted a nap, but it just didn't. It didn't quite do it. But it also, blessing in disguise, it also enabled us to go get rid of 2 trash bags full of bottles and cans. So, it worked out for us. And yesterday I had something come in. Little Kickstart shopping, or crowdfund shopping. I've got the Now the Space Was 4 soundtrack to go with 3 and 5 to hang out up on the wall. Oh yeah, I mean, I did better like last night. I still had to go back to sleep for a bit, but the discs themselves on this one is nothing special. They're just black discs. I think it was to keep costs down, but this is the re-release. So it's actually 2. They're just black discs with nice labels, but they're 3 had blue and pink, I think, and Space Quest 5 had the appropriately like pukish, like yellow and green or yellow and orange, I think. But like it made sense for that game. I think the original release of this had a colored vinyl, but this is a re-release to add the Galleria like single 45 as a side on this, and it's actually two LP, not just one. I will say I didn't get 6, but when you convert it to American, I think including shipping, it was like $75. I didn't have it at that point, and 2, it's just not a game that's memorable for me, honestly. Like Space Quest 6's music, I barely remember, even though I played it earlier this year again. Like, I barely remember that music, so it's just like, a part of me is going to be disappointed, especially, I think he's talking about doing, this is from Space Quest Historian, I think he's talking about doing a 1 and 2, like, dual disc, essentially, but like, so if I get that and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and don't have 6, the collector in me will be bothered, but at the same time, I know I couldn't afford it, and I know it's not one that I'm gonna miss not having overall. It's not one I'm gonna give a lot of listens to. I do now, though, need one more display bracket, because I don't think the camera goes high enough, unfortunately. Now, not at current. I can't get the camera high enough without actually like physically moving the camera around, but I do have 2 little display brackets for records that 3 and 5 are sitting on. Like, a part of me wouldn't mind another one, but I don't know where I'd put it. It actually might up like over there or something behind the computer. There wasn't this abutment of brick. It would be a little easier. Or if we just rearrange this office, which I've thought about. But that would involve getting rid of that couch that we've talked about before that also hangs out off camera, just to have more room, because this couch is not a couch, it's just a table at this point. We just throw shit on it. Anyway, so I'm just going to do Chapter 4 today. I'll probably do 5 and part of Chapter 6 tomorrow. Finish 6 into 7 on Thursday. And then we'll just do Chapter 8 on Friday. Because I would like to finish this week, but I also don't want to exhaust my voice too much, because I actually have D&D tonight. I don't have any. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I don't have any. I don't have any evening commitment, so I can like push a little more Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, and curating collections for sure. It's just like, but also like I'm 6 is the weakest Space Quest for sure. It is not. It's not my favorite. It's weirdly uneven. I mean, go back to my Space Quest 6 playthrough to you need further explanation of that. You even think you played 6? It's a bit of an odd duck because it was I think it was originally Scott Murphy was just brought on for consultation. It was, I think, at first just designed by Josh Mandel. And then they messed with Josh Mandel so much that he left the project, so they had to pull Scott in to actually finish designing the game. So it's, two different, parts of design of two different designers who definitely didn't have the same design philosophies. And on top of that, story-wise, they mess with it a lot. Like if you played 5, it ends with Roger's become a captain. He's saved Starfleet or whatever, Star Command, whatever it is in Space Quest. I can't remember what they call the overarching governing body. He's got the girl who he has already found out he's romantically involved with, and has a kid with in 4, because 4 is all time travel, if you can, if you've never played it before. And then in the first cutscenes, the first, 5 minutes tops, every bit of that story I just told you all gets stripped away. They just make him a janitor again, throw him on a ship. They mention a love interest a little bit, but then they're also kind of teasing a different love interest at the same time. Even though it's pretty open that he's with someone already. It is so weird. Plot-wise, it's bizarre. And then, there's a puzzle in the game that was supposed to have an in-game item to tell you how to solve it. Or, there's a logic puzzle, and the hints are supposed to be in the game. And then they never got around to programming that in. They ran out of time. I think it was supposed to be a MODI or a CD in a part of the game. They never got that far. So it's only accessible in the manual, so it's unintentional copy protection. They accidentally added copy protection to the game. And I could have sworn there was more than one of those puzzles, and there isn't. But overall, it's just a really uneven part. You don't have both parts of the two guys from Andromeda. You didn't in 5 either, but it's just, to me, it's the weakest game, and it's except for the music from an arcade game you could play in the early parts of the game. I don't remember any music from 6. I couldn't hum a tune from 6, except for the Stooge Fighter theme. Anyway, yeah, we got sidetracked into Space Quest talk, and I agree with the curating collections. I mean, I've got a lot of nonsense now on the Xbox, and even if I shifted over here, you're only going to see some of it because I haven't actually loaded the game, and this is only the one I've installed. But I was just because it's sure, the free thing. I'll take the free thing. Oh yeah, Space Quest 6 was also from the tail end of Sierra when Ken was getting scanned by investors. I mean, Space Quest 8, or King's Quest 8 suffered way worse. But it's definitely, you don't quite have the charm of both guys, because part of the game was designed by Josh Mandel and not either guy from Andromeda. The puzzle quality is weird, and then you have... I don't want to say conflicting, but definitely contrasting styles of games, or styles of graphics, because some of it is, 2D, like, drawn sprites. Like, literally the kind of... It's kind of like... if he mashed up the style of, like, every After Dark screensaver all into one thing, because it's very thick line drawn sprites for most of the characters, but then you also have really early 3D there's like a tapeworm in one part, there are some robots, some parts are in this very basic 3D, some of them are these 2D sprites, kind of sort of painted backgrounds. Like, it's just such a weird mismatch of graphic styles. But I mean, that honestly was that era in computing in general. Was just, we can do 3D, but not everything looks good in 3D yet, but we'll try some stuff, but we're not going to do everything. It's a weird one. Like, I even down to the graphics conveys how disjointed that game was. And yes, Batman Telltale. We have actually played them. I think I still have them all up. Also, I'm really phlegmy today for some reason. Let me pop on my video producer real quick. Are they still all active, or did they start going away? I think the only thing I've had to remove lately is... oh, those expire real soon. Those expire this week, so I can save them, but at least Batman 1 is starting to expire this week. Batman 2 should still be good for a couple weeks. Anyway. Let's get into Arcade Spirits. Actually, a friend of mine is Johnny Chase is just starting to get into sorry if that was loud, by the way. I forgot how loud that sound is specifically. I've gotten him into it. I think he's starting Thursday to do Batman Telltale 2. Enemy Within. Alright. So we're at Chapter 4. Let's jump right in. We've just gotten back from PAX. I actually wore my PAX Unplugged like yard sale shirt I got from a PAX yard sale last year. I was gonna say I got my Max shirt, and then I didn't stream yesterday. I was just too tired. So instead, you get the shirt I decided to grab out of the dresser, which happens to be my Sierra shirt. I realized I was like, oh wait, this makes sense. I'm gonna show off the Space Quest final. I still need to actually tweet that out too. I realized I haven't actually. I posted it to Discord, but I never actually did a tweet about getting that. Anyway, Chapter 4, player versus player. It's Future Year 20 XCX. Also, if you weren't here before and you're here now, voices might slip out, but I don't really do or focus on voices, so I'm not going to be an amazing voice actor. I'm just going to be reading it, just so you know, it's ahead of time. Anyway, this Future Year 20 XCX. Again, this is my hour. Max has come and gone, and we're hoping a good number of the folks we reached out to there will be here today at my big event, G1 Game Day. This is a make-or-break moment for me. My chance to put the Funplex on the map, my chance to make something more of this job than a 9-to-5 vacuuming the carpet looking for missing ski balls. My chance to prove to myself that I can do this. Everybody's counting on me to bring in the customers and keep them coming back for more. Without that, we're constantly at risk of the Funplex shutting down. You know, so no pressure or anything. Alright, so this is the event chapter. Is Chapter 5 the beach chapter? trying to remember where that is exactly. Here I am, psyching myself up, watching the clock. Once the little hand hits the 10 and the big hand hits the 12, G1 game day is go. I don't want to be nervous. I don't want to be freaking out like I was at Max. I want to face this with absolute confidence. Chapter 5, nice. Okay. But, well... sadly, I'm me, and not someone else. And those old instincts to assume that everything will go wrong, those feelings are still hanging on. That's a Percy Queen Bee focus chapter, yeah.
Ooh.
5 minutes and counting. Are you excited? Because I'm really, really excited. I'm something. Something's good. We can work with being something. Breathe, Dan. You're gonna do just fine. Remember to smile and have fun with it. I attempt my best smile. It comes out as a rictus grin of terror. Well, if you're going for a creepy slasher smile, then you nailed it. Well, while you work on perfecting that, I gotta go get my Pinky the Flamingo on. Don't forget to breathe. Alright, 10 o'clock. Time to do this. You can do this, Dan. You know what? Even if the family curse makes you fail miserably and crash and burn, at least you can say you took an honest whack at it. You'll never succeed if you don't take at least a few whacks. Well, with that, settle, try it again. With that settled, I push through the door and out into the arcade. Let's be honest, we'll probably get maybe a dozen randos anyway. No big deal, right? That is not a dozen randos. That is considerably more than a dozen randos. Wait, why am I panicking? This is a good problem to have. You wanted a big crowd for the event. Okay, it's more folks to wrangle, but I can do this. I can do this. I step out in front of the crowd, waving for attention. Hey everyone! Briefly, I look down to make sure I'm wearing pants, unlike my nightmares about public speaking. Welcome everyone to G1 Game Day at Francine's Arcade Funplex. We got some awesome things in store for you today. I'll go over the basics and we can get this party started. First, token machines will be spitting out extra tokens when you buy $5 or more of them, so make the most of it. Second, the Fists of Discomfort tournament. We're streaming it live on Queen Bee's channel. Sign-ups are at the prize desk. See the giant pink flamingo for details. Third, a high score contest for nearly every other game in the arcade. Register your 3-letter initials with Gavin at the desk to join in. Whoever holds the top score at the end of the day gets a trophy and tokens. We're planning a monthly high score challenge leaderboard, so let's get that started. Fourth, for those of you participating in the cosplay contest, your outfit looks great, and check in with Ashley about the details. Also look for the pink flamingo. Fifth, I can confirm the rumors. We're going to have magical moon cuties playable on the floor today. The Funplex is home to the indies. Sorry, I skipped that a little early. Finally, in a few minutes, I'll be revealing our new rare game. Only a few prototypes were ever made, and today, you'll get to play one of them. You know, all those things were on the flyers and promotional website and so on, meaning the point-by-point was kind of redundant. They're ready to go. But I should pump up this crowd a bit and get them excited. Can't half-ass this either. Oh, here's another intense identity situation. Time to prove that earning the top score is a worthwhile career path, or veteran or newbie alike. I hope you have a lot of fun and make new friends. Hey, John, how's it going? The Funplex is meant to be fun for all. Casual gamer or core gamer, young or old, retro or modern. We want everybody to have a blast. Even if you don't walk away with a trophy, you'll be walking out of here with memories of time well spent with these great games, and the great people you'll meet today. So, anything we can do to make sure you're having fun, you let us know, and we hope you can come back to the Funplex again to recapture the magic moment you'll experience today. On behalf of the Funplex, thank you for joining us at G1 Game Day. Now let's get gaming! Oh, that got him excited. Right, okay, now it's time to reveal our new rare game and get the show underway. Gavin and Naomi wheel the tarp-covered game out from the back room. Excitement builds in the crowd as it's pushed into place. My friends, I give you... Wyvern Keep. I'll finish a podcast, nice, or a season of podcasts. A rare laser disc-based game where you're a daring princess rescuing a prince from the clutches of an evil lizard. Because we can't legally say dragon. And the crowd goes mild? I thought Laserdisc games played like crap. Isn't that why they stopped making them? Yeah, they're not all bad. They can be kitschy nostalgia at least. Yeah, could be fun. Maybe I'll give it a shot after the FOD tourney pools. Rando, who is okay with it. I didn't look at the names long enough. No, not the outburst of joy I was hoping for. But I thought this game was really sought after by collectors and stuff. Yeah, that's different from being popular.
I suppose.
I wouldn't worry, though. Today's crowd is fairly hardcore. Once more casual players are wowed by the animation, it should pay for itself. Didn't Dan kind of get it for free? My point stands. And I mean, technically we're paying for the electricity to run it. But, you know, whatever. I'm about ready to give up on this for now and move on to other things when I spot something out of the corner of my eye. Very hesitantly. Young girl approaches, eyes full of wonder at the cartoon playing before her of the daring princess. Oh, it's the one who lost all of her tickets from earlier. I'm glad to see her back in the arcade. And after dropping in her 2 tokens, she starts to play, standing on her tiptoes to do so. Hey, somebody kick me a apple box or something. Help her out. Games are meant to be played and loved. The players that grow to love them, players like me, always find them in the end. Hopefully that girl will have cherished childhood memories of Wyvern Keep, just like I did. My nerves unwind somewhat on seeing everybody ready to go. Maybe today will work out just fine after all. With the event underway, folks head off to sign up for the high score challenges, the FOD tourney, or just to go play some games. As for me, I work my way through the crowd and back to the desk. One last thing to do, check in with our VIPs before they dive headfirst into the storm. Teo's manning the stage to encourage folks to get silly on the dance floor. Percy's preparing for his Moopy run. Queen Bee's ready to face her first opponents. I know I can rely on the staff, but in a lot of ways the gamers are our star talent for the day. It's their event. I need to support them. My goodness, I'm so phlegmy today. I apologize. Here we go. Okay. For starters, I wave over Teo. Everything set for today's dancing, Teo? In Teo fashion, he winks and gives me a thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Ready to rock, but can't stop to chat. Running the stage is my focus for the next few hours, and it's going to take every ounce of social juice I can squeeze out. If you need me, check me out during the lunch break, okay? Phrasing. Okay. Percy, world record time. You up for this? Absolutely. Whoa. Okay, he definitely looks focused today, not his usual soft smiling self. Naomi set up a little camera to record the whole thing. When I set the record, I'll submit it as a new high score to defeat. The culmination of years of effort, all coming to a head. The pressure's well and truly on, isn't it? I can always try another day, yes, but this isn't for me. I mean, it never was for me, but today it's also for you. For the Funplex, I mean. For you. This event is more than a way to put the Funplex on the map. It was like your own personal high score attempt. Chasing a dream, always grasping, just out of reach. I hate to let you all down. Morale improvement systems online. Aim the encouragement cannons. I know I'm kindly to a fault, but kindly. We're gonna kindly not. Hey, there's always Donkey Kong. You can always chase after Billy Mitchell and I can't remember the other guy's name. I remember Weeby, but I can't remember his first name. Scott? Maybe? I probably have that wrong. Percy, I know how much this game means to you, how much it meant to your sister as well. But trust me on this, our loved ones care for us regardless, no matter where they are now. Even if you don't make the score today, she loves you. I know she'd be proud. Quite right, quite right. I'm glad I told you about her, Dan. I shared my pain with you. Today, I'll turn that pain into joy by conquering Moopy in her name. Very well, for Stella, for myself, for you, and for the Funplex, I shall give it my all. Oh yeah, the Billy Mitchell is just a... that is his own story. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the next part of the story. He's trying to sue literally everyone about it. No, I'm gonna sue until I'm right, because if I don't have this, and all I have is my hot sauce. If you've never seen it, and I know at least Two Flowers seen it, go watch King of Kong, A Fistful of Quarters. It's an interesting documentary. And it's only grown from there. The story's only grown from there. Percy offers a quick salute, then marches off to war with Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, having a seat on his stool to begin the run. Next up, checking in with...
What the
Hi, Queen Bee. Hey, you ready for the tournament?
Nope, no way.
I am not ready in the slightest. Not for this. Not for him. With a subtle head nod, she indicates a fairly nondescript fellow with a t-shirt and jeans, standard gamer gear. Also a cool jacket, apparently. There's an unusual design on the back of his jacket, like some wide-eyed, fanged Oni. This is a local event, right? Fun Plus regular, city scrubs, a bunch of cosplay otaku from Max? That's... yeah? I mean, yes, that's what this is. Why the fuck is a demon here? The who?
Hey, listen.
Known on Western Shores as the Demon, in his home country of Japan as Kami, he's the top-rated Fist of Discomfort player in the world. As for your question, Miss B, I invited him. What?
Ooh.
You asked me to handle invitations for the tournament, remember? As part of my helpful assistance in setting up G1 Game Day. Honestly, I was surprised he accepted my invitation. All the other top-rated pros turned it down flat. You flew here from Japan on his own dime. Yen. Isn't that nice of him? Dan, did your magical phone fairy just put me dead in the crosshairs of the greatest player who ever lived? Maybe? Yes, we'll go with yes. Sorry. I'm fucked. I'm so completely fucked. Maybe he can't be losing morale now, and I can't have my friend so frantic about this. Plus, this is one of the main events, and when she's in top fighting form, she's an all-star entertainer. I've got to pump her up. So you've seen him in action before. That means you know what he's going to do before he does it. Top-rated players are the ones in the true crosshairs. This is your chance to take down the demon, Queen Bee. I know you can do it. She squeaks out a smile, but it's not her usual radiantly confident grin. Yeah.
Well.
True, okay. Watch hundreds of his matches. I'll do this. He goes nothing. As she marches off to join the tournament, getting a sinking feeling.
Did I make a mistake? My calculations estimated that having a top player would bring in at least 150% more attendance. I mean, I was just trying to help this event be the best it could be.
Don't worry about it, Iris. I asked you to invite star players that hype up the event to the moon, and that's what you did. And even if the demon beats Queen Bee, well, the Funplex wins.
Even so, I feel kinda bad. But it's good that I feel bad, right? That I'm not making a purely quantitative analysis of the situation.
Humans are rarely purely quantitative.
Exactly!
That, oddly enough, cheers her up a bit. People don't usually pick the steady. I mean, not to gamify, but I have my build, and the way this version of me is going would really be like, kick his ass. But right, that's everybody squared away. For the next few hours, it's floor attendant Dan on duty, making sure G1 Game Day soars like an eagle rather than a turkey. By and large, the event runs itself, or rather, Teo, Ashley, Gavin, and Naomi keep it rolling. My job is to troubleshoot. And boy howdy, is there trouble to shoot. Not even 1 hour in, and we've got problems. Even if they aren't major ones, I don't want even minor problems to mess up this event. Not even one glass of spilled milk. My stress level is so high that I might start bawling out the side of it.
Beep beep.
Dan, can I be of assistance? I'd like to make things up to you after that invitation snafu. Currently, I'm detecting 3 problems for you to solve. Someone beating up a cabinet, a player loudly cursing at a game, and a crowd milling around the vending machines. As floor attendant and event manager, it's my duty to make things right. The crowd's already on edge from all the high-stakes competition. Where do I start, though? Oh, good as you. This gamer's busy smacking the side of a Wild Rider cabinet. The fake plastic motorcycle handles on the front of the game are rattled each time. Oh, no, no, this can't be happening. Sir, you're not allowed to hit the games. Plus, if Naomi saw this, she'd be as good as excommunicated. Oh, you're that guy I got mad at when the fat dude wouldn't stop playing Moopy, right? I hate you. Sorry, I've got anger issues. I'm trying to work on them. But would you just look at this? All the rotten luck. Now the top lap score. I did it. And now the game's frozen right after crossing the finish line. Yeah, honestly, I'm not surprised. Wild Rider's one of her most problematic games, constantly freezing or going splat. They only fixes it at least once a week. Mainly early 2000Xs with janky low polys and low production values as a whole. I'm sorry for hitting the game. I guess that was pretty stupid of me, but is there anything you do to help me keep my score? A real shot at winning this one. This kind of rubs me the wrong way, but he seems sincere in his apology. He's a paying customer today, despite claiming he'd leave forever, so I should probably keep that ball rolling. Let's see. Okay, hang on. I'm going to check with our technician, see if there's anything we can do to recover your game. Already texted Naomi for you. Thanks, Iris. Naomi comes charging out of her workshop, looking perturbed. Wild Rider again. Quickly, she slips around behind the game, popping open to the back panel. She uses her phone's flashlight to poke through the works. These early 3D games are such a pain. If it was a pure retro game or even a pure modern one, it'd be way more reliable. Okay, I think I see the problem. 1 second. And like that, the virtual motorcycle unfreezes, confetti and cheers sounding from the game as it properly registers the lap time. I never get tired of watching Naomi fix things. To see her brain quickly solve all these arcade complications leaves my mouth agape and my heart warm. All done. Call me if it breaks again. Bye. Oh man, she did it. My score is saved. Hallelujah. Hey, seriously, I'm taking home that Wild Rider trophy. Also, don't hit the machine again. But hey, another happy customer, but I should keep an eye on that game in case it falls apart again. Next problem. Let's go to the next one down. Oh, the fucking little immature studs to pull. That motherfucker. Whoa, hey, settle down. Fortunately for me, the gamer recognizes me immediately, thanks to my speech earlier. And also, fortunately for me, she calms down considerably, too. Sorry, I'm glad you're here. I need your help. I mean, just look at this shit. Curiously, I take a look at the currently top score on Qbert, which is registered the initials ASS. Can you believe it? Someone beat my top score and put in joke initials just to ruin my day. I know exactly who did it too. Steve, son of a bitch. He's only pulling shit like this just to mess with me. There he is. Steve, get your ass over here. Yep, that's exactly what I expect this to be. Down to the Guy Fieri backward sunglasses. Steve glances over and with a bemused smirk strolls on over to join us. Joy, something wrong? Steve the ass. Swearing Joy. Of course something's fucking wrong. You stole my high score. Did I? Oh hey, look at that. I guess I did. Sucks to be you, huh, Joy? And your initials are? Because I know for a fact Gavin wouldn't have let you register the high score competition as ass. And so I played a little joke. It's always Steve. I played a little joke. So what? That's still my score up there. I'm taking home that trophy tonight. Oh, Urge to Kill Rising. Must control Fist of Death. Yeah, sorry, no. We're not even getting Gavin involved in this one, no. I'm making the call. You want the trophy? You use your real initials. I'm disqualifying that score. Joy's score stands as a current winner. Smart decision making. I'll text Gavin to tell him to keep Joy's score on top. This is an outrage. You don't see Deco's Palace treating customers like this. Thank you. Ma'am, please keep the cursing down. I know it's mostly hardcore gamers around here today, but we do have some kids around. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. It's just that Steve gets me so mad. He gets right under my skin, you know? I'll keep it to myself from now on. Appreciate the help. Event Manager Dan putting his foot down on troublemakers everywhere. On to the next crisis, which will be... Wait. As I loop back around... Oh, I probably don't get to do the snack bar then, or the vending machines. I would wager. Percy's looking oddly irate. Maybe he's missing. My instincts are to tend to our VIPs first and foremost. I don't think I can cover them both of them in time, but I could at least help out one of them. Even if it leaves the last of these crowd problems twisting in the winds. I don't know. This is triage. Where should I focus? Percy isn't looking great. Crowd around Percy is decent, but not the mob scenes we're seeing around Fist of Discomfort or the sack machines. Mostly curious onlookers watching Percy as he loses the game? I don't even think I've even seen a game over screen for Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze. Percy gives the joystick an angry smack before quickly pumping in another token and starting again. For that matter, I've never seen Percy actually angry. Even when his runs aren't going great, he's usually so chill about it all.
Oh, for sake.
That's another first. I've heard Percy swear. I gotta step in. He needs some team support. Hey, Percy, remember to breathe. In, out. In, and out. You can do this. You've done this dozens of times before. He closes his eyes for a moment as the screen refreshes between two mazes.
Exactly. I've done this dozens of times before. Hundreds of times. So why am I actually losing? Blast it! I keep making stupid mistakes. Losing lives at an unacceptable rate.
This zone totally exists, where it's just like... You're so focused on the thing you need to do so far ahead that you lose focus on what you need to do before that, and this happens. I've absolutely been in that spot before. There was a while which I was just that with Hades, really.
I should be building up a stock. A safety buffer for bad RNG manipulation runs, or for taking quick breaks. Instead, I'm barely keeping my head above water. Truthfully, this is my second game over today. If this was some glitzy showpiece run at Deco's Palace, with the big names in retro score chasing play, I'd probably have shut down the whole show by now to save face.
I mean, it's early in the morning, you can afford a few mistakes, right? Possibly, possibly not. 3.5 million world record run would take hours, so I'm not sure there's enough hours left in the event, even if I was at peak performance.
Bloody hell. This isn't me. I should be better than this. I have to be better than this.
Oh, bugger it. From earlier, it's clear that he felt that achieving his dream alongside mine was important to him. And there's the not-so-small matter of doing it in honor of his sister. Honor, I suppose? He's British. Make sure to get that U in there. First things first, he needs to stop for now and calm down. Playing angry clearly isn't working. What can I do to help here? Put a hand on his shoulder. Very lightly, I rest one hand on his shoulder, but my voice is firm even if my touch is gentle. I think you need to step away for a minute. Find a minute for a breather. You only just started a new game. Surely a few minutes won't make or break things. Ah, quite right. He steps away from the game and the crowd to take a breather. There's no point in throwing away games. I need to refocus myself. Quite right as always, love. Right, step 2, as much as it may hurt him to admit it, he needs to accept the possibility that today just isn't the day. I've worked here long enough to know Percy's heart. He only finds peace in the game when he's at peace with himself. This pressure to succeed is too much. Percy, listen to me. Listen, please. Win or lose, we're proud of you. I'm proud of you, your friends are proud of you. You know the cell is proud of you, too. We're just going to keep telling you that you're proud until you accept it. Yeah, and he calls us on it. Didn't you already give me this speech earlier? And is it any less true than it was this morning? If I'm repeating myself, it's only because I need you to hear my words. I'm proud of you. And I'll say until you believe it, too. I suppose you're right. I'm letting no one down today by my poor performance. No one... except myself, really.
Rather unfortunate.
But would that I could simply take a mulligan and try again. Would that there was time. Not winning the game all at G1 Game Day. No, I'd love to do that, as I've noted, yes.
Well...
It's complicated, and nothing you need to worry yourself about. Percy? Nothing to worry about at all. See, when you say things like that, I worry. It's like that dog sitting in a burning room saying, "This is fine." Pardon? Percy is apparently not, hip to the memes of the youth, as he is an old. Like me. I am also an old. Look, love, I'd stick around and chat but if I'm to make this record, I should get back to it. Still, I'll try to take your words to heart. It's just another run. No more nor less. I have to see it that way, whether or not it's true. Now, you've got an event to manage here. I can play my best knowing you're doing your best out there. Well, you've got my word on that.
Right. Once more into the breach, Mr. Moopy?
And he's back into the maze, zapping monsters, collecting treasures, looking for the exit. Time and time again. Something nasty is brewing here. He doesn't show what's going on beneath the surface to just anyone. I learned about tragedy in his past, yes, but for others, a smile, a nod, nothing more. Not sure I like that I'm now getting a smile, a nod, and nothing more, but I can't force it out of him. I'll check in with him later, just to be safe. Well, have a D1 in the can. Have to go. I've been running myself ragged trying to catch every little problem, and there's still plenty left to do. But in no sense not practicing self-care, too. It's time to get my lunch on. And while a nice, quiet moment to myself would probably help, what would help more would be a smidge of social interaction beyond crisis management. Percy and Queen Bee are obviously tied up in their own affairs, and everyone else should be open. Who can I lean on in my time of need? I assume Ashley's hiding herself away for a quick break, and I can't blame her. She's been working just as hard as everyone else has. When this is all over, I'm going to need a coma of sleep and a hot bath. Probably not at the same time, so you don't drown. And while I dream of better things, let me check in with Ashley to see if I can lower her burden.
Oh, hi!
You want to get some lunch? You read my mind. I am psychic, you know. Whole story, then? You're the whole story. Time for another lunch of donuts. My companion fetches a table in the crowded cafe while I memorize her order and carry it forth to yon service counter. I make my way to the front of the line, trying to keep the lunch order neatly arranged in my brain despite all the chaos of today's event.
Well, look who's here.
I'm looking.
I love their line reads. Ben and Matt are some of my favorite characters in this game.
It's our favorite arcade wrangler.
Arcade minion? Arcade flunky? What's the right term?
Event manager, actually. You know those flyers for G1 Game Day I asked you to pass out? It's my baby.
Moving up in the world, I see.
A proud parent of a shiny arcade baby.
And yet, no invite for us to the baby shower.
Why, I feel snubbed.
Sorry?
But seriously, we couldn't be prouder of you. And to think, when you first walked in these doors, you were still trying to figure out your place in things.
Ben and I know a thing or two about finding your dream and sacrificing to make it happen.
Long hours, hard work,
Hard hours and long work, too.
struggling to make ends meet.
Having meetings to discuss how to end the struggles.
Can't imagine how difficult it must have been for you to get to where you are now.
Oh, did they actually record it together? Awesome. Ben and Matt are a couple, yes. In-game, not the actual character, not the actual people. It wasn't that difficult, honestly. I came up with a name, talked up at Max, and it's kind of it.
Oh, I'd be on the lookout for hidden costs on the back end then.
Speed bumps on the road of life to catch you unawares as you're soaring down the highway of success.
But if you wreck your $500,000 imported sports car of business triumph, we'll be there to drown your sorrows in coffee.
And donuts.
And donuts.
Don't forget the donuts, an essential component. Next order, please.
Shaking my head, I wander back to her table with a lunch in tow. Still, I must look a bit nervous. A fact Ashley picks up on as I return. Glad we're doing lunch, you know. I needed like 5 minutes peace and quiet away from the funplex before heading back to the floor. Ashley, you can take more than 5 minutes to rest. You've earned it. You're working your feathers off out there, and it shows. I don't think I've seen this many happy children since I started. You mean you aren't there to force me to go back out there? I mean, yes, but at least take like more than 5 minutes. So you wouldn't be opposed if I snuck out, got on my private jet, and flew to Bali on a vacation getaway? Excellent. As much as a vacation getaway sounds amazing right about now, I want to go anywhere but Bali. I prefer a less humid environment to relax in. Oh, we're in the jet. Can you drop me off in the heart of the Rhineland? Tropical and I just don't mix well. Ooh, a trip backpacking through Germany would be fun too. I've always wanted to visit. Totally down to go anywhere that isn't the Funplex right now. It's a deal, but unfortunately I'll have to wait. I can't leave in the middle of G when game day, and sadly neither can you. We're both needed out there soon. Ah, drat. Followed by evil overlord event manager Dan. Wait, how am I the villain? I just told you should treat yourself to a longer lunch. Well, Dan, sometimes you're the hero, sometimes you're the villain. This is how the cookie crumbles. Wait, are we talking in terms of cosplay outfits or real life? Both. What do you mean? I can't just help thinking about how people are always wearing multiple masks all the time and how that divides and changes them. I don't think I own any masks, but I imagine I'd look pretty good in a sparkly masquerade one, or maybe a Lovecraftian Plague Doctor one. Doing a voice session for the next game? Awesome. Two Flower, have yourself a good day. I'll throw that shout out your way before you go. Jean, Two Flower writes these games. Two Flower and Sharkiana are the writers of Arcade Spirits. Yeah. You can go shopping for masks later, I promise. But, like, when I'm here, I'm Pinky the Funplex Flamingo. When I'm Max, I'm Angus, or whoever else I'm cosplaying. When I'm alone, I'm just plain Ashley. Just plain Ashley is just plain perfection. Oh, damn, that's so sweet of you to say. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is, how do I know which one is real me? And is the real me good enough? Do I live my life as a cosplayer, as a Funplex employee, or the person that has a wild imagination? Which one makes me the best? I just don't know. May I speak frankly? Ashley nods, looking lost in thought. I think you're all of them. You're you and you're special. Actually, I think the beauty of being human is that each individual is made up of different aspects. From childhood to growing up, everything we encounter shapes us. And through your cosplay, your amazingly fun imagination, and your arcade position, that all makes up the real you. You're all those things, and you're wonderful. For me, I think we're also defined by how others perceive us. And I've heard nothing but compliments from everyone around you. Everyone really cherishes you and wants to spend time with you because of your bubbly personality. Myself included. Please don't doubt yourself.
You know, you are so right. Sometimes it helps talking with your friends about what's been bothering you, yeah?
Totally.
It's nice to hear your thoughts and be able to bounce ideas off of you. Friends are just the greatest, aren't they?
They smile in agreement. They can be. Okay. Sorry, I want to look into a thing.
I'm so happy to have not only you, but everyone at the Funplex in my life. We've all really bonded with each other, haven't we?
Absolutely. In fact, I've got more friends than what I know what to do with.
I feel so much better after chatting with you. That really, really helped. Thanks.
And I feel like you get me. That means a lot. Now I feel fully invigorated, it's time to continue to endure the rest of the day. Ashley stands up, beams a smile, and flashes me a victory sign with her hands. See you back out there. Fueled by tiny donuts, as if we remember from our first lunch. Well, the next few hours pass pretty quickly. With renewed confidence, Percy's deep into his world record run and performing admirably. He's intensely focused on that score and inching ever closer. While Queen Bee effortlessly destroys locals on the path to her inevitable showdown with the demon. Myself, I float through it all, taking care of little problems while keeping an eye on both of them. As the event winds to a close, all eyes are on our two main events, and the very real possibility of our local heroes falling apart at the finish line. Technically, the arcade-wide score competition is still on, but the crowds are ignoring the games in favor of crowding around Vista Discomfort and Loopy. Percy's been on a solid run since his earlier fumbles, Queen Bee's been effortlessly destroying all competitors, as expected. But the Demon has been matching her game for game, destroying all his opponents as well. As predicted, I'm going to hit the button a little too early, and then I'm going to go back and look at the history and finish that line. As predicted, Grand Finals will come down to Queen Bee versus the Demon. As for the magical world of Moopy, Percy is closing in on that world record with the tape rolling and ready to submit to Twin Galaxies. The pressure's on. Also, I'm glad that you can see the history and scroll back to like all of it for the chapter, or not the whole chapter, but a good chunk. You get a good chunk if you missed something or need to look back. How's Percy through his frustration? I could be there for him at the end too, but undoubtedly the tournament has a bigger crowd. I might be needed there. Can't be there for them both as much as I want to. Who should I focus on? Percy's about to achieve his life ambition. I want to be there when it happens. I know our main event is Fist of Discomfort, but Percy's having a difficult day, judging by how frustrated he was this morning. I want to be there for the end of his run. The good news is he's closing in on the world record, approaching 3.5 million. Small crowd is gathered to watch Percy's progress. Not as large a crowd as the one around Fist of Discomfort, but Retro still has a following in 20xdx, clearly. I don't know what the name is specifically a reference to. It's a the way Two Flower described it the first day. It's like a beat 'em up like TMNT mixed with League of Legends, basically. And the game Killer Queen, which is released on home consoles as Killer Queen Black, was also an inspiration. Almost there, you can do it! I gently push my way to the front of the crowd. Percy's deep in concentration as he sees a bead of sweat slide down his brow. As much as I don't want to take his focus off of Moopy, Percy could use a little check-in. Almost there?
Almost there.
Mr. Moopy glides through maze after maze, point pressing by sticking around just long enough to grab all the dots to zap all the monsters before exiting stage left. His expression is dead serious, absolute focus. In the zone. But I know once he achieves this dream he's been reaching for, we'll get our happy Percy back from the zone. He's playing well, much better than this morning. Good to see. Any minute now, just a matter of minutes before the world record is his at long last. I'm almost... Percy? Almost... Oh, something's wrong. Something is very wrong. That's not the look of someone in the zone. That's the look of someone in actual physical pain. Percy's face becomes a sharp grimace as his hand clutches around the joystick hard enough to send Mr. Moopy down a dead end. His right hand clutches at his chest, every muscle in his body tightening. Sweat's forming on his brow. If I didn't know any better, I'd think...
No, not now. Not now.
Oh no. Percy, your heart! Quickly, he grabs my jacket with the same ferocity he was grabbing at his shirt.
Please, just a few minutes. Don't do anything. Don't stop me yet. I can do this.
This is his dream, finally realized. Defeat the high score. My dream is a spectacular event, one which will make the Funplex soar. But neither of our dreams were worth his life. Iris, call 911, hurry. On it. I'm sorry, Percy. We need to get you to a hospital. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Reluctantly, he lets go of the joystick, leaning heavily on the cabinet as Moopy dies 1,000 deaths. At least without the need to focus on the game, he's calmer. Don't blame yourself, please. It's not your fault. I just... Shh. The ambulance will be here soon. You'll be fine. I promise. Please. Don't make promises that are beyond your ability to keep. Gavin, can you help me? Nodding quickly, Gavin moves to Percy's side, assisting in getting him off the stool and lying down on the ground. Gavin takes a moment to direct the ever-growing crowd. Funny how emergencies always draw way more attention than the event itself. I need everyone to back away and give Percy some space. An ambulance will be arriving soon. I need a clear path. The crowd murmured, some of them feeling uncomfortable, wandering off to the Fist of Discomfort finals, which are clearly wrapping up from the sound of it. Others make a clear path, but stand around watching and waiting. This isn't how I wanted it to end. It's not over, it's just over for now, okay? I'm with you, I'm here with you. Focus on me, we'll get through this. I suppose, thank you, I'm sorry to burden you with this. A few minutes later, the ambulance approaches, and 2 EMTs rush into the arcade, rolling along a stretcher. I go with him, of course. Yes, this is my fault. I'm the one who organized the event. I'm the one who pushed everyone past their limits, all in the name of making my dream a reality. I've been working hard to make what would have been a temporary job into a long string of temporary jobs, into something more, something I can believe in, but I didn't stop to think of what that would cost me and everyone around me. So we just had a heart attack. I wasn't a blood relative, but Percy insisted I stay with him the whole way through the admission process. I was there when the doctor explained that the tremor had passed, and with emergency medication and an overnight observation period, he'd likely be released the next day. Or he had a heart tremor, yeah. And even as visiting hours dwindled away, I stayed at his bedside. On the plus side, I'll be swimming in little pudding cups tonight, I suppose. Might be hard to sleep, but with all that free sugar. Truth be told, he's in better spirits than I am. Suppose you've sussed it all out at this point, haven't you? About your condition? It's the same one that took your sister, isn't it? Indeed. I'm a bit of a late bloomer compared to her, but it seems that this rare heart disease runs in my family. She had it. I've got it. What about the treatments, the one you came to America to get for her? I tried the medication, but I'm just as unresponsive to it as she was. I suppose it's just how it is, love. So how long do you have? The last check, 2 years. I think you see now why I'm rather eager to topple that high score sooner than later. There may not be a later, you see.
Now, none of that. I made peace with this ages ago. Life is, unfortunately, a fatal illness. Everybody passes in time. Mine may be sooner than others, sooner than yours, but that's just how it's going to be. The important thing is not the quantity, but the quality of that life. I'm aiming to make the most of my remaining days, raising money for charities, working on my movie ambition, enjoying time with friends, things like that.
And tried to nail the Moopy score in honor of your sister. Indeed. Truthfully, I'm lucky today wasn't the end. I'll have another chance. I've you to thank for that. Bullshit. Pardon? Percy, I got so wrapped up in promoting the Funplex that I nearly put you in the morgue. I feel like a complete asshole. You deserve better than that. Better than someone so focused on dragging themselves out of depression that they ignore the needs of their friends. Oh, come now. It's not quite like that. I agreed to help you with G1 Game Day. That was my choice. I knew that High Pressure could do this, and I did it anyway, for you. And for me. You know why it's so important to me. You know why I'd ignore even my doctor's orders and carry on.
So if you insist on considering yourself a fool, well, I'm just as foolish. We could be proper fools together. Is that acceptable?
Yeah.
Then we have an accord.
2 years, huh? Give or take. I do want to thank you for being at my side today, through the morning and the long dark of the evening. It's helped tremendously, believe me. I don't think we get along well, yes? Can't think of a better person to steer the ship known as a Funplex that I've chosen for my final sail. It's strange how at peace he is with the idea of dying. Can't say that I'm at peace with it, not with the idea of losing him. Maybe I should let go of those feelings, not burden him with it, not when he doesn't have long to live, or maybe it's now or never. As a friend, we're going romance with a different person, but I know Joe would pick the other option. The Funplex is lucky to have you, and I consider you a friend, not just a patron with pockets of tokens to spend. Anything I can do to help you along the way? I'm already doing it, love. Good people, good company, and Mr. Boopy can't think of a better place than the Funplex. Before I can say another word, there's a sharp knock at the door, which then immediately opens.
What the
Holy fuck, Purfer, what the fuck happened? They told me your heart exploded or something. I'm sorry I didn't pick the love one, babe, but you have a different romance in mind. I'm sure I will see it another time. Also, hi, kid. Hi? Ah, Queen Bee, how'd the tournament go? I'm afraid I was a bit occupied at the moment. Couldn't watch the finals. Who fucking cares? I do. I just said so, yeah? Sorry, right. I'll keep it short. I lost. Got completely and utterly owned, too. Ah, jeez. Surprisingly enough, it's not as bad as I'd feared. Seems that the demon actually came all this way not to kick my ass, but to scout me. He's forming a team, and he wants me to join. Wait. Hey, the demon is hiring you? No more L7?
Victory!
No more L7. Way to twist a defeat into a victory, huh? Another dream I nearly annihilated while trying to achieve mine. Nearly, though. Thank goodness return to fortune. Yeah, more purr for you, right? Right, that's my story in Reader's Digest form. Now it's your turn. Purr. What the fuck, man? Nothing for you to concern yourself with, just some minor embuggerance. Oh, bullshit. This is the same thing your sister had, isn't it? Well, it's not like Percy's only friends with me. Seems he sold Queen Bee his sale too. No wonder she rushed right over. Well, yes. How long? 2 years. Fuck! The hospital PA system chimes, grabbing my attention. Your attention, please? Your attention, please? Visiting hours are now over? Visiting hours are now over. I suppose it's time for you two to head on home. Don't you worry about me. I'll be out of here in the morning. Probably take a break from Oopie for a time, but I'll pop by the Funplex all the same. Only for sure, Percy. You know me, love. I'm an optimization expert, and my way of keeping calm through the silliness is to optimize the happiness I can find in the time remaining for me. That means Funplex. Funplex. Queen Bee offers me a ride back to the Funplex in her car. I've still got an event to wrap up and then a bus to catch back to my apartment. I just really feel like talking on the way there. Well, I'm back. There's much to come back to. All the plastic trophies I picked out for the high score contest are gone, along with their winners. Looks like everybody's closing up shop. Ashley tidying up a bit. Naomi literally having fallen asleep at the prize desk. And Francine up way past her bedtime, squinting at a computer printout.
Hello, dearie.
Ah, there you are, Dan. Gavin read the numbers while you were out. Despite the discount on tokens, we made a tidy profit today, far above and beyond what the Funplex normally draws. From what Ashley tells me, the mood was quite jovial near the end, with many nice folks saying they plan to return. Even if the local champ didn't win at Fist's Discomfort, they got to see the demon in action. That's a feather in our cap. I'd hope you'd be pleased with the news. This is what you wanted, yes? To put the Funplex on the map? Business is going to be just peachy now, especially with more lovely parties like this one. Yeah, okay, sorry, I am happy about it. Just exhausted? Emotionally, mentally, and physically.
Well, for what it's worth, we're all rather exhausted, dearie. But we've got no regrets. I'd like to think I know a thing or two about dreams. Dreams and how difficult they can be to make a reality. Your dream of a thriving Funplex is going to take hard work from each and every one of us. But we're ready, willing, and able. Well, true, Queen Bee didn't win, and true, Percy was, hospitalized, but poor dear. But we did it. Your friends saw it through, and they do it all over again, without a doubt.
I nod, a bit numb to it all. I'm sure I'll feel like $1,000,000 tomorrow when Percy strolls back in and smiles, and Queen Bee is sporting her fancy new team jacket. When the daytime crowds are thick with newcomers, happy to be playing the games they love, when I really get to see the effects of what we accomplished. But for now, I really just want to go to bed. You need anything else from me tonight? We're all wrapped up like a bow. I'm on the way home for a good night's sleep myself. Go home, Dan. We'll see you tomorrow. It's actually going to be a really short chapter. I might play something else. Because, like I said, I just don't want to exhaust my voice too much because I do have D&D later. I do have to talk, and I actually have to talk in an accent, so... Or in a voice, I shouldn't say accent. It's already kind of a harsh voice, so I don't want my throat to be sore, and then I still have to go play D&D. I turned the keys in the lock, slumping into the apartment.
Hi!
So, how'd it go? Was G1 Game Day every bit as awesome as the awesome poster I designed for it? Players went home happy and business is booming. Hooray! Why don't you look happy? It's been a long day. Well, okay. Honestly, Dan, you're an inspiration to me. You had the guts to chase your dreams. It's tough work, but I knew that Iris could find you something you'd love. And I've been wondering if I should follow in your footsteps. You want to become an arcade czar? No, silly, I just try to find something to do with my life other than make coffee for executives and file their paperwork.
I've got it.
Like that poster. I could try being a graphic designer, maybe. Always loved doing stuff like that. What do you think? Bet that following your dreams can run you ragged like it did to me today. It can nearly torpedo your future. It could even kill you. Is it worth it? Is it really worth all the trouble? Yeah, follow your dreams. You told me to do the same thing at worst, working out for me. Francine's right. I chose this path. I chose to make my life difficult in order to make my life into something. Juniper's helped me out along the way, and I should help her in turn. Not gonna lie, it wouldn't be easy, not by a long shot. But yeah, I think you should chase your dreams. Become an artist on your own terms.
Thank you.
I knew I had the right idea. Thanks, Anne. You gotta go to bed and sleep. Tomorrow I'll make you pancakes, a reward for my hardworking arcade czar. You used to have pancakes every morning during those summer trips, right? Your mom made them? God, that was ages ago, Juniper, when my folks did 4 trips to the shore. Juniper gets her eyes smile. I think I know exactly how we can celebrate your newfound success. How about a beach vacation? That'll be tomorrow's episode. Part of tomorrow's episode. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to try to do... That chapter is really short. I'm going to try to do part of... Or I'm going to do all of 5 and part of 6. And then we'll do all of 6, or the rest of 6, all of 7 Thursday, and then we'll just do 8 on Friday. We'll wrap this game up. And yeah, at that point, next week we'll get started on Lully's incentive games. Alright, but hey, we've cleared levels 4 of Arcade Sphere, so winner is you! Now let's see your score. I'm even with Ashley and Percy. Nice. We're technically ahead with Ashley, because you only mentioned Ashley, but still gentle, sweet, and compassionate. Also scored 15,850 points. Woohoo! Today's pizza fact is, the world's largest pizza covered 10,000 square feet and measured 140 feet across. Weighed in at 44,457 pounds. You want to save your game? Yes. We will save before we move on to level 5, and... I'll just let it load up. So, hard to see because I paused it. But, Stefan Gagne is 2Flower, who was in here earlier. And Anna Schulman is Sharky Anna or Peachy Anna, depending on what platform you're on. They both wrote the game, so... So the voice session is him directing it, not, or, you know, at least being in to help with the directing of it, not voicing. Also, hey, our new prize was the Fist of Discomfort art. Similar to MOBAs, the goal is to fight your way through the ninja creeps and attack the wise sensei at your enemy's dojo. You can only switch between the 2 lanes at specific places and otherwise fight on a 2D plane. With a mix of cooldown-based special abilities, items fought with gold beaten out of ninjas, and various fighting game style techniques. Fusion of the most popular and long-standing esports genre and my favorite arcade genre, the side-scrolling brawler, seemed like a sweet combo. So yeah, this is in theory what Fist of Discomfort looks like. You know, they've never, I don't know if anyone's ever made a full version of this, but this is what Fist of Discomfort would look like if it was real. I think that was our only new prize. That was our only new prize. So under the boardwalk will be the next chapter. Then we have Hit the Lever, New Game Plus, and Kill Screen. They'll all make sense eventually. So with that, like I said, we're going to stop Arcade Spirits for now. Oh, actually, let me see. Let's erase my progress. Because I should be able to just load the save. I don't know why I didn't do this before. But, Jean, we were talking about character creation a couple streams ago. Sorry for the annoying noise. So, you get to customize your name. And I think it does first last. You do get he, she, and they pronouns. Hairstyles, which are just short, medium, and long. Gosh darn my genetics for getting rid of all the hair on top, so I can't do this. I can't do the cool guy haircut now. Of course. I lose like all the hair on top, so it just would be really thin and bad if I tried. And then the popular hairstyle became keep it really thick and long on top and shave the sides where I actually have hair. Anyway. A vast array of skin tones. We have hair color, which you can go just blonde or brown or red. Then we can go completely wild with it if we want to. Eye color, same option, so we can purple light if we wanted to. Or completely white-eyed. It's hard to see the, hard to see the Space Invader on the white on white, but, or, you know, really light. And, same colors for the clothing. So that's the character creator for this one. I don't know if I have... Babe, I'll ask you. Because I know you've streamed it. Am I allowed to open the demo of the second game? That's publicly out. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I just want to show the character creator real quick. Is that a thing I'm allowed to do, or am I not allowed to do that? Oh, and I'll just sit here and chat. Give her a moment to answer if she's able to. They just have an image? They have an image. Okay, I can just open the image, actually. I'll do this way real quick, and we will... Demo's public? Okay. It's going to be easier if I just show the image real quick. The character creator is way more in-depth than the demo. Maybe we'll do the demo at some point. The demo of Arcade Spirits 2. Let's throw this here, and... That didn't work. Dang it. Okay, hold on. Just a second here. Browser source. This works. This works. Okay, let me just pop this up real quick. This is from their official Twitter. There are a lot more pronouns in in the new one. He, she, they, zer, ze, her, ze, mer. I'm saying these wrong, I'm sorry. Z, zer, xe, xe, is that also z? I'm not sure. A, air self, a, m self, a, nem, fe, fer, fe, fair, a, air. Tons of pronoun options, so as much inclusion as they could get, they have tried to put in for the next game. Also, this very vaporwave aesthetic in the next game. Okay. I don't know, we won't erase it, but we will hide it. There we go.